couple of days ago, I ran into Seun Okinbaloye's podcast where he had Sunday Dari as his guest. Now, Seun doesn't need no introduction, but to those of you who may not know who Sunday Dari is, uh, Mr. Dari is the special advisor to the president on information and strategy. Um, I did not watch the entire interview, and I didn't have to watch the entire interview uh, to make this comment that I'm about to make. I saw the podcast as an excerpt in Yuba's trending gist, where he analyzed what transpired between Seun and Mr. Sunday Dari. And I must say that Mr. Sunday Dari had a very good outing with the way he presented facts about the government of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the way he articulated the accomplishments of this administration, verifiable evidence, and all whatnot, despite the fact that Seun wouldn't give him a breathing space. He kept cutting him off. He kept interrupting him, or more or less kind of bullying him and engaging in sort of a shouting match. Um, quite frankly, I've pretty much given up on even watching the other version of his program on TV called Politics Today because I've pretty much concluded that what Seun is doing is nothing but performative journalism and nothing more. He will present questions without even having evidence to back it up. And when the guest tries to give them evidence, then they will shut them down. So this is the kind of journalist that we are dealing with. And quite frankly, the guy has an exaggerated sense of self importance, unfortunately. Now, uh, despite the fact that Sunday Dari, as I said, had a good outing, he was calm, collected, he was relaying out his facts and figures and all whatnot. I wasn't happy with Mr. Sunday Dari, and here's why. Sean asked him if he thought the president was going to win the 2027 election. And Mr. Dari said, yeah, without a doubt, uh, that the president was going to win the election, not because he said it, but because of the so many accomplishments and the reforms that are beginning to yield fruits now, that this is what is going to put in the president in the winning margin, basically. And the next thing Sean said, that is because you guys are already planning to rig the 2027 election. I expected Solidarity to have actually flared up and put Sean in his place and point to the stupidity of that question because it was a stupid, it wasn't a question, rather, but it was a statement. You should have pointed to the stupidity of that statement because it was a stupid statement. This is the unfortunate narrative that is beginning to rear its ugly head, just as it did in 2023 when the now president, was declared the winner. You recall that Peter Obi and Alhaji Atiku Abubakar took the president to court that he did not win the election. And primarily on the part of Mr. Peter Obi, when the court now asked him to present the evidence that he won the election, there was no evidence whatsoever that he presented up to today. Yet he still believes that he won the 2023 election, and his obedience movement also believe that Peter Obi won the 2023 election. This is the trend that is beginning to emerge now, and the earlier we put this in check, the earlier the president media team needs this in the board, then the better for all of us, because um, it would have been different if Seun had said that, well, these are the facts, these are the figures, these are the polls that is suggesting that the president may not win the 2027 election. That he did not say any one of that, except to inject his own subjective opinion into the conversation that if the president win the 2027 election, then it will be adjudged that the president and the APC uh, rigged the election. That was a very stupid and idiotic statement. It's almost like saying that the president should not win and he must not win. And if he wins, then that election will be declared that it was rigged. And that's the dangerous trend. And the pattern is already building. On this morning show of Ruben Abati, where he invited Felix Moka to say one or two things about the substitution of candidates and all whatnot. And next thing, Ruben said, well, he's probably giving to some extent, I'm paraphrasing him now, that the APC is going to win the election because it has about 31 governors on its side. And not only that, it has the judiciary in his pocket. His word, not mine. And that was exactly what he said. But I'm glad when Felix Magath shot back when it was his time for him to respond, that he did not appreciate that statement at all, because there was no basis for that kind of a statement, that that the APC has the judiciary in its pocket. So these are the kind of pattern that is beginning to develop now, that I believe the media aid, not even only the media aid, those of us who believe very strongly that this president should come back, should be re-elected, because quite frankly, maybe we should start getting bullish about the accomplishments of this president now, because I personally believe, and to quite a significant number of people out there, that this is the very first time since the beginning of this dispensation that we've had a government that have done so much within a short period of time for the betterment of this country, for the development of this country, that if anything, his election should even be a no-brainer. But what are we talking about here? So all these things doesn't matter, and some people will be saying that if he wins the election in 2027, he's going to be adjudged. Is going to be adjudged that to have been rigged. What a very nasty kind of statement. So these are the kind of things that these are the kind of negative narrative that I strongly believe needs to be nipped in the bud. And the earlier we start doing this, the better, because this administration should be ready, it should be re-elected. And when it wins, I'm not even going to use the word if, when it wins in 2027, it should not be because some people said the election was rigged. It should be because he wins legitimately. And this should be the narrative that should be trending from this point on. I'm just being candid.